I started in the chorus of Pajama Game. The leading lady took a fall, they called my name. On Carol Haney's broken leg I rode to fame. Remember me.
Timex presents Shirley MacLaine. If they could see me now.
In Hollywood, at first my parts were very small. And then I played the type of girl who was on call. 3 Oscar nominations, and I lost them all. Remember me. I can see my brother Warren Beatty on my knee at the age of 3. Even then I could see he was prettier than me. In me you see a spirit free as Peter Pan. I've been around the world from Timbuktu, Japan. But now I'm back upon the stage where I began. The place I wanna be. Remember me.
Shirley MacLaine, If They Could See Me Now, is brought to you by Timex. Timex watches are made to wear with confidence and style to wear with pride.
If they could see me now, that little gang of mine, eating fancy chow and drinking fancy wine, I'd like those stumble bums to see for a fact the kind of top drawer, first-rate chums I attract. All I can say is wow, 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 wow. Down with the riff and raff, up with the other half. What a step up. They'd never believe it if my friends could see me now.
Friends, see me now. Ho, holy cow. Ho, ho. What you know?
Ain't nobody gonna change me.
Not now.
No, not now.
I got a pocket full of sun. Ding dong, life is a carnival that never ends. With my friends, up, down, and can't you tell life's one big carousel? While we wait till those busybodies get a load of me. Happier than people should be.
They'd never believe it.
Fitter than a fiddly-dee. Oh, what a feeling, what I wouldn't give to show myself and my satins to that little gang. What a thing, here with the upper crust. I swear I'm gonna bust. Oh my, if you should ask me, I could take right off and fly. What a set up, holy cow.
They'd never believe it if my friends could. If my friends
could. All I can say is wow, just look at where I am. Tonight I landed, pow, right in a pot of jam. What a setup, holy cow, they'd never believe it if my friends could see me now. You wondered what I was gonna do, didn't you? That's it. What? You thought I'd be older, didn't you? Yes, you did. And you thought I was shorter. You cannot imagine what this feels like for me, being back up on a live stage again. No kidding, knowing how you're doing immediately, with real life faces and real expressions. It's entirely different from the movies. I know you know that. Where we go to work very early in the morning, and it's dark, and you walk on a soundstage, and frankly, it can get very lonely, because all you stare into is the face of a camera, you know? I mean, why should I do a love scene with Robert Redford when I can be here with you? I couldn't get him away from Paul Newman anyway. You want him? You know that story I was singing about, going on for the star in Pajama Game, is true. Carol Haney was the star, and I'd never had a rehearsal. And the big number in the show that night was something called Steam Heat. And it was done with black derbies. And with all I should have been concerned about, that I didn't know the lyrics to the song, I didn't know the choreography because I'd never had a rehearsal. I barely even knew the plot. And all I could think of was I am going to drop that damned hat. I got steam heat. I got steam heat. I got steam heat. But I need your love to keep away the cold. I got steam heat. I got steam heat. I got steam heat. But I can't get warm without your hand to hold. The radiator's hissing, still I need your kissing to keep me from freezing each night. I got a hot water bottle, but nothing I got will take the place of you holding me tight. I got steam heat. I got steam heat. I got steam heat. But I need your love to keep away the cold.
You are looking at a close-up of the electronics of a microcomputer system. A computer system packed with over 300 transistors, with electronics so sophisticated, it looks as if it might be part of a missile or part of a lunar module. Well, it isn't either of those things. The electronics are part of a microcomputer, which is the brain of a remarkable watch from Timex. Its actual size is less than 1/16 of an inch square. The heart of this watch is this vibrating crystal of quartz. It beats 49,152 times a second. Together, the microcomputer brain and a quartz crystal heart make this watch extraordinarily accurate. The watch, the Timex Quartz Watch, engineered to be accurate to within 15 seconds a month. Its water-resistant case keeps it protected from moisture, grit, and dust. The Timex Quartz Watch, $80. One of the most accurate watches in the world.
Furniture, too. It's so delightful being back upon a live stage. This was a movie. I'd take the rest of the week off. Speaking of movies, the last musical picture I made, I played a redhead with a tattoo on her arm. Her name is Charity Hope Valentine. And Charity worked in the dance hall. Although she earned most of her money after hours, if you know what I mean. One of the things that I love most about acting is the research. So, I wanted to be good in the part. So I flew to New York, and I checked into one of those cheap Times Square hotels, you know, and I got myself a technical advisor. Her name is Dolores. She was an extremely good teacher. And I'm a very quick study. Anyway, at the end of about 2 weeks of concentrated research, I felt like I was ready to play the part. I was so ready, I nearly gave up acting. And I got to know Dolores very well. Probably better than she wanted me to, you know. Dolores was 20 when I met her. She'd been in the business 4 years. And already she was old. But we talked a lot together about her life, how she came to be the way she was, about her little boy. That was difficult for her because she didn't know who the father was. And she loved that kid. So, except for her circumstances, Dolores was a lot like you and a lot like me. She once had a father. She loved him very much. Her childhood, birthday parties. Anyway, there was a song in Sweet Charity that they left out that told about all that. And I wish that it had stayed in. It's about Charity Hope Valentine, but really it's about everybody who was once 11. And whenever I sing it, I think of Dolores. When I was a kid, Pop went on the road
winter and summer. He was a traveling salesman, what the trade called a drummer. He worked for a firm called Juvenile Frocks, and every so often he'd bring home a box. That was the box I'd fall on if my hands were clean. Pop let me try them all on. Number 553, the juvenile frock for me. I loved 553. It was copied from an import. It was real Parisian. First I'd model it for Ma, then I'd hand it back to Pa. The pink taffeta sample, size 10. It had 27 buttons, which was sewed on very straight. And the skirt spread like a fan, and besides, it fit me better than the blue organdy sample, size 8. Then my dream went in a suitcase. Papa had to catch a train, and it never could be mine, 'cause he'd sell it off the line in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Then on my 11th birthday, Pop was way out in Cheyenne. That's the birthday I love most, 'cause what came by parcel post, the pink taffeta sample, size 10. Never thought I'd own the pink taffeta sample, sized 10.
The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender, good looking, so refined. Say, wouldn't you like to know what's going on in my mind? So let me get right to the point. I don't pop my cork for every guy I see. A big spender, spend a little time with me. Wouldn't you like to have fun?
Aw, wouldn't you like to have fun?
How's about a few laughs?
Laughs!
We can show you a good time. Gee willikers, such a good time. The minute you walk moved in the joint. I could see you were a man of distinction, a real big spender, good looking, so refined. Say, wouldn't you like to, wouldn't you like to, wouldn't you like to get to the point? I don't pop my cork for every guy I see. Hey, big spender, hey, big spender, hey, big spender, hey, big spender.
It was copied from an import.
Once upon a time, there were 3 beautiful mannequins who lived in a little boutique. Every day they were dressed in the most beautiful clothes in the world, and they should have been very happy. But alas, they were very sad, because something was always missing. A different watch for every different look they wore. And so one night, when they were all alone, the moral of our story is, we haven't met a girl yet who doesn't think the Timex wardrobe of watches is a fabulous idea, especially at Timex prices.
Shirley. You know, that part you played in Sweet Charity, you played a lot of those parts, didn't you?
Yeah. Out of 37 pictures, I played 14 hookers.
Aren't you worried about being typecast?
It's too late. You know how they pay me here?
Oh.
They leave the money on the dresser.
Oh, that's not nice.
I can't believe we still get paid for doing this stuff anyway. You
Doing
know?
what? Oh, this.
Yeah.
That's right. You know, when I was a kid, I would act and ham it up for nothing. No money at all.
You know, when I was a little girl, I went to the movies every single day of my life.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. And whoever I saw, that's who I'd be for a week.
Yeah. You know, I was Rita Hayworth for a year. After I saw Gilda, she became so much a part of me that it's amazing, it's uncanny. I started to resemble her. You probably noticed how much Rita and I look alike.
It hasn't held you back.
Thank you, Shirley.
I wanted to be Veronica Lake for a year.
Oh.
Do you remember how she used to wear her hair
yes.
cascading
Oh,
with
yeah.
that blonde wave down?
Yeah.
Well, so I did that, hoping I would bump into Alan Ladd. You know?
Did you ever bump into Alan Ladd?
No, but I bumped into everything else.
Yeah, you may not realize this, but I have been in the movies all my life.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Besides Pete and Tilly, what other movies did I see you in?
Well, you could have seen me in the box office of the old Iris Theater on Hollywood Boulevard. I was there. I was an usherette across from Warner Brothers first,
kidding.
and then
You
when I
worked
was
in the
school.
theater?
Uh-huh.
Well, then you got to see all the movies.
No, I heard them all because the manager was kind of dingy, and he put the soundtrack on top of the box office. True. And so that would attract all the people, you know, out on the street. So I didn't see the movies, actually, but I heard them over and over and over. I know the entire soundtrack to Ivanhoe. And I never saw it.
Ivanhoe. Metro. 1952.
Yeah.
Elizabeth and Robert Taylor.
Yeah, okay, now, remember this part. When next I come to you, Rebecca, meet me with desire in your heart and love in your lips, or no man's life shall be saved. Clank, 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 clank. Open. Clank, clank.
Terrific Robert Taylor impression.
That was Elizabeth Taylor, sure.
You're right, you know. When you're mad, you look just like Rita Hayworth.
Don't you try to kiss and make up now. I did look like her even more before I cut my hair. You want to know why I cut my hair?
Now, why'd you cut your hair?
Glad you asked. I was going to tell you anyway. I cut my hair the first time, real short, because I saw the movie, The Apartment, about 11 times, and I loved the haircut on the star in that movie so much that I cut my hair.
Let's see, you look like Jack Lemmon.
I'm going to kill you.
You know something serious?
What?
The more I go through life, and the more I'm in this crazy business, the bigger fan I become.
Yeah, because the movies shaped our lives. We were growing up, we saw them, we loved them.
And with me going to the movies every day of my life when I was little, and you working in the box office every day.
You know, if we'd spent that much time in school, we could have been Madame Curie.
How could we turn out any other way when we spent each day at the movies?
It was in the stars we would end this way. We were led astray by the movies. While other kids were learning, Mary had a little lamb.
We were watching Bogart, saying, "Play it again, Sam." I never learned a single thing in Sunday school, and still I can quote the Bible thanks to Cecil B. DeMille.
Of all the people I have met since I came down the pike, I never met a movie star that I didn't like. Our friends were Garson and Gable and Garbo and Grable. We saw them every day. Linda Darnell and Tyrone Power were grand.
I cried for a week when he died in the sand.
Hepburn hits Tracy while Rita gets racy.
Hooray for Cary Grant! When I caught a cold,
When my throat was sore,
did we call the doc?
no, we called Lionel
Barrymore. We love the movies, the fabulous movies. As we look back, we'd like to say, in the famous words of Maurice Chevalier,
The movies made us what we are today.
when Lana burst upon the scene,
Yes, I was 6,
or 17.
I guess. I remember it well.
My sexy dress was mother's blouse.
In heels, I looked like Minnie Mouse. You know, there's something thing I always loved and wanted to do my whole life was to be in one of those terrific women's pictures, you know, where the heroine
Me
had,
too.
Yeah, where the heroine had this big juicy death scene, you know?
Oh, you haven't lived till you've died on the screen.
I've died, but I mean for real, you know?
Take a crack at it now.
Could I? Here? You are so gracious.
You're gonna love dying.
Thank you. All right. Okay, here's the scene. Darling, I think this is it. But before I go, would you play our song one more time? That's not it.
You know what I always wanted to do?
What?
I wanted to do a horror musical.
Oh, them are nice.
Train, don't bring you where the bats are swinging in the cave. Don't wear a cross, you'll scare the boss, and he won't open up his grave. Pennsylvania!
Oh, if I got one. Oh, you're gonna love this. See if you can guess who this is. You ready for this? Oh, you're gonna love this. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. Oh, no. Okay.
Shelley Winters and the Poseidon Adventure.
When Esther Williams swam underwater with every hair in place, she stayed in the pool from morning till noon, and when she got out, she looked like a prune. We love those fabulous movies, those musical movies. Hooray for MGM! Eleanor Powell tapping on air. Kelly and Centuries, Ginger and Fred Astaire.
I get it.
Did you always lead? You always played the boy.
I was this tall when I was born.
I never played a girl all my life.
Me neither. Whoop.
We love the movies, the fabulous movies. Hooray for Hollywood! Isn't it great what you turned out to be? From Carol the usherette to Queen of TV.
Back in old Virginia, they knew you'd go far. From kicking in the chorus to Hollywood star.
We love the movies, the fabulous movies. As we look back, we'd like to say 2, 3, 4, to all the stars of yesterday. 5, 7, 8. You made us what we are today.
Why do more people buy Timex than any other watch in the world? One reason is the electronic Timex. Put one on your wrist and you'll never have to wind a watch again. because a tiny replaceable energy cell provides power for a full year. And instead of being expensive like many electronic watches, the electronic Timex costs as little as $25. And it's available in a variety of styles. It's even available in a style you can use as a clock. It's an electronic Timex in a high-impact styrene case with a 24-hour time ring. It has a special adhesive fabric, so you can use it on the dash of a car, a boat, or in a private plane. Or you can use it as a desk clock. You can even remove it from its case and wear it as a wristwatch. It costs only $25. Or if you'd rather have an electronic Timex with an automatic calendar, there are several styles you can choose from only $30. You can even have an electronic Timex with a day and date indicator. Here are just a couple of the different styles available, only $35. The electronic Timex. No wonder more people buy Timex than any other watch in the world. John Cameron Swayze for Timex.
A long time ago, I played my favorite part. He was in a picture with Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra, and it was called Some Came Running. Do you remember? It was a long time ago. It was so long ago, Sinatra played the part of a Democrat. Well, in the movie, Frank played the part of my boyfriend, Dave. He was a writer, kind of an intellectual. And I played a good-hearted slob named Ginny Moorhead. She wasn't a hooker, really, but she sure did have a heart of gold. And, Ginny was, not one of your great dressers. She wore too much makeup. She thought she was gorgeous in it, you know. She was tacky, is what she was. But you know, as tacky as Ginny was on the outside, that's how beautiful she was on the inside. Ginny got her education on the streets and in the bars of the south side of Chicago. The only thing she really wanted was to be loved. But somehow she always ended up giving more than she got. In fact, the only time Dave was ever really nice to her was when he was drunk, you know. He loved her, I guess, in some very complicated kind of way, but he was rough on her. And he was always saying things like, Ginny, you are so damn stupid, you don't know enough to come in out of the rain unless somebody leads you. You know. And then you go any place with anybody. You shouldn't talk to me like that, Dave. You know, you got no right to talk to me that way. I'm a person, too. I'm a human, a someone. To me, I'm important. Not something you spit on or hide in a corner. I got me some rights. So I'm not as smart as you. So what? That don't give you the right to talk down to me, Dave. I'm a person, too. You can yell. You can hit me. But don't hurt my feelings. Just let me be with you and talk to me, Dave. So I don't understand you. I just love to listen and hear you talk. So talk to me. Haven't you noticed? I've been talking better lately. And I've been listening better lately. Oh, Dave. You know, I'd do anything for you. Your shirts, shorts, sew on your buttons. Get up every morning and make you your coffee. I'd just do anything. Anything you say. Just tell me what you want. That's what I'm gonna do. Tell me every day. But you gotta remember, I'm a person too. Oh, Dave. Be in love with me. I love you so much. I never met anybody like you before. And I've certainly never been in love with anybody like you before. It's God's truth, you know. I mean, all you gotta do is just touch me. I fall right apart. I love you so much. I love you so awful much. You know, I would make you a very good wife, Dave. You know that. I mean, you would never be sorry. We could have a lot of fun together, you know. We could really have a good time. And the only thing that I'd ask you to do, remember, I'm a human. I'm a someone. I'm important. I'm a person too. I'm a person too.
More people buy Timex than any other watch in the world. In the world. More people buy Timex than any other watch in the world. In the world. More people buy Timex than any other watch in the world.
Timex ladies' electric watches. Sport watches for the entire family. Men's electronic watches. Ladies' fashion watches. So many remarkable Timex watches, and all so remarkably priced.
More people buy Timex than any other watch in the world. More people buy Timex more than any other watch in the world. More people buy Timex more than any other watch in the world. More people buy Timex more than any other watch in the world.
I love to watch your faces when that first strap comes down. Oh, my God, she doesn't know. Oh, and her bra is blue. Isn't that quaint? Sanford and Son is picking up that dress in the morning. I hope you guys have had as much fun tonight as I have.
When you're just out walking and you pass little signs that say keep off the grass. Did you ever stop and ask yourself why? Pretty playgrounds children used to know, lovely squares where lovers love to go, disappear so parking lots can grow. Why? Bullets fly like popcorn on the screen, recommended wholesome, nice and clean, making love's the thing that can't be seen. Think about it. Imagine there's no country. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but when all the talking's done,
MacLaine, If They Could See Me Now, has been brought to you by Timex. Timex watches are made to wear with confidence and style to wear with pride.